What's up there, fellow YouTubers? This is Chris from the Anomalies channel. This one here is basically an add-on or an addition to my buddy Will's video. It was called SpaceShip Found Desolate on Mars by Curiosity rover. He has a question mark at the end of that, and good for him. He got this from, I don't know if it was sent to him. I believe he said it was sent to him from the site UFO Sighting Daily. I really wish these people would really investigate their pictures a little bit more. And I'm not talking about Will. I'm talking about these other people that throw these on there because they figured they got these sites. They're going to get all these, make something out of nothing, so to speak. At least on my channel, Will's channel, my buddy Christian's over there in the Olympus Sky, you try to analyze it from all situations or directions and flip it inside out. I try to do everything I can to try to find exactly what it is and then get your comments. I don't just go, hey, here's a rock. It's a mothership from wherever, because I want to know what the truth is of it. I'm not just trying to pump it up and make it look like, absolutely nothing. So, that's the thing. I don't know. But good for Will. He questioned it. He says it is what it is, basically. To be honest with you guys, this is right next to Mount Garbage. Well, it's Mount Shop, but right next to Mount Shop. And there's a road near there, so I thought it was a car, to be honest with you guys. But you know what? Sometimes it's just a plain and simple thing, and it's nothing at all. Well, this is actually something. But here's the picture you get. It's right there. And this is the little anomaly in question. Now, there's a couple things that are actually in this picture that he had in the video. There was something here, I think it was. Let me see. I think it was, there's something here that look like pieces of wood there to me, right here. There's like 1, 2, 3, but because if you zoom into this picture, it's so badly manipulated. Look at it. Look at all the, you can see like pixelations, that's one thing, like compression marks. I don't care about that, but look at just there's little digitized areas that are taken out, and all this is blurred. By inverting a lot of this stuff, you can see what's really in the picture. Now, it doesn't have to be a structure, it doesn't have to be a vehicle, it could be just parts, which I believe is the case in this one. And I'm going to show you that right now. This right here, believe it or not, Will actually was pretty smart about this. He saw this, he said, I find this pretty neat, and then it goes over here, and it looks like something sticking up in the air, and it's blurred out. Good for him. Right in the back here, you'll find that this is actually part of it. See how you go, well, what the heck's our line doing? It's like perfectly smooth. Well, it's not a line. It appears to be the line. Here's the wild part, guys. This is the anomaly. This right here. These are parts. This is the actual anomaly. Meaning, I should say the manipulation, I'm sorry. This is all manipulation. Now, again, Will actually pointed this out as well. He said there's something right here, and it's blurred out here, and yeah, anybody can look at this picture and see just all blurred out. It's a mess. But I thought maybe it was some kind of front of a car or a halfway buried car. It's not the case at all. After investigating this thing, actually, I'm going to jump to the second one because the other one is okay and it's barely, barely visible, so to speak. But I'll go over it just for quickly, just so I'll show you what it is. But anyway, when you brighten it up, I'm saying, oh yeah, that is. Now you can see the blur a lot more. See that right there? But this, believe it or not, is the anomaly. And so is in this line in the back of it. This is garbage. Now, what they do is they try to make it something to block that. So you got to think of more, well, I don't know if I want to use the word abstract, but it's kind of like half of it's not there, and this is actually what really pops out. It's the term I like to use a lot is this thing's actually in plain sight. But because they put this manipulation, all of this garbage here, you'd be none the wiser. You just think it's some funky looking rock, and people are calling it spaceships. They really should cease and desist. They should stop doing stuff like that. But it's just a ploy, I think, to just get more and more people on their site, and it's kind of foolish. But let's invert it, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Suddenly this, you think this is the actual anomaly. It's not. This is the anomaly. And you'll see that in a second. All right, invert it. Now you can actually see this thing actually coming alive right here. What happens is this actually comes up from under here, goes around, comes up to here, and they really blurred this out, trying to hide what is actually at the end of this arm or this weird piece of metal. This is the piece of metal. This is actually it. And it comes over to here and down. Now watch this. All right, you'll start to see it more and more. You'll start to see it pop out of there. Now, desaturate it, get rid of some of the color that bleeds and stuff like that, and you can see it right there. Now let's smooth it up a bit. Okay, this is all garbage. And you can see once you really sharpen this thing up and really, you'll actually see like there's a bunch of lines and stuff. Like they just really try to erase whatever it is out of this. Now there is some other parts in it. There's some kind of weird thing just barely visible, but there's something round, something pointed out, and then it's kind of rectangular or elongated right here. But this is where you're going to start to see this pop out more and more. Okay? Right there, right here. This is the actual anomaly. See how it looks like more of a solid piece now of steel? Because it is. And because it's right here, guys, I mean, look at this. It's like right there. It's not far from the rover. This is the part I'll get back to in a minute. It's okay. That looks like either some kind of structures or cars or something. And the only reason why I say it kind of looks like that because it looks like this weird wraparound window kind of thing. And it's very vague because of what they've done to this picture. And I'll show you that in a minute. But there's other couple of things right here I want to cover. Let me do this. And, okay, now, let's get it to pop a little bit more. Okay, see now it's starting to get in there a little bit more. It's starting to really pop. See that now? You can actually see the outline of whatever this is. It looks like it comes down to get some other thing here, and then it comes down. See how like this manipulation is no longer, blocking it out. See it? You wouldn't know the difference if it was this plain picture. You really don't see that right away. But once you jump into this picture, you can start to see it actually runs through this blur and up here, and it has like an angle here. And whatever this is, it's actually a piece of steel. It can actually looks like it's kind of reflecting from the sun. Let's go here a bit more with it. Okay, see it right there? Okay, do a little blur and then a little sharpen. And I even throw a little colorization in there, try to see if we can get it to pop, But look at really carefully, some kind of darker area in there. This thing, it comes out right here. Goes down, nice 90-degree angle, comes down. But it looks like more of a solid item compared to what it looked like. This looked like just a simple line, so did this, and this was blurred out. Well, you think this is the actual anomaly. It's not. It's just the other way around. You got to look at the other side and flip these pictures around. And that's where this thing becomes visible. And that's where the real true anomaly comes out. There it is. It's actually pots strewn around, laying around on the ground, and because they're laying right there, the last thing they want you to do is see this. So, and I threw a little colorization in it just to, and you can see right here, it's like, right here comes down, 90-degree angle comes down. There's something there, too, you can actually see this right here. And they try to really fudge this thing out, but see how this actually connects. And whatever this is, I couldn't tell you exactly what it is, but it's there. But now it looks like this solid piece of steel coming up with a 90-degree angle, comes down, and then over to here. That's the real anomaly. There's actually pots laying right here, some kind of steel pots, and that's the real anomaly. Not some goofy spaceship. So, he was right to question this thing. He was just kind of like, you can hear a little doubt in his voice, and he had every reason to do that. There's something, here's a good example right here. This little tiny little thing, it looks like some kind of blurred out, pixelated piece of trash. And all I do is what's the difference between what this looks like, and then just simple, that, blur. It looks like a couple little pots laying around. See it? There's something right here, this darker pot, and then it comes down. Round circle, and whatever this is. I don't know what this is, but look at the difference between this pixelated piece of garbage, and I didn't even invert this. Look at this is just, that's it. Now, I can do that, but I mean, you're not going to see much of a difference other than what you see there, but far cry from that to that. And that's not inverted. That's the picture, and you can clearly see the outline of this thing. It's they're just going out of their way to hide this. You could have a party on this picture, man. There's so much stuff to be seen. This right here, I thought was pretty neat. Again, this looks like a bunch of pots strewn all over the place. Now, if you look right here, look at this round thing. You can just see it sitting right here, and it's actually been pixelated out. There's something there all over in here, and I don't know if I got the whole thing. Yeah, I did, actually. But it looks like I thought it was like maybe something like a long structure kind of thing. Well, kind of, sort of, if you think about it. Throw a little equalization in there, and of course it looks pixelated and everything else, and that's understandable. Blur it up a little bit, throw a little bit more blur. Okay, now you're starting to see the smoother lines anyway. Look at these weird kind of shapes, just like, okay, and you go, alright, well, alright, I'm not really seeing much. Again, these lines are the actual anomaly, not this stuff that they try to throw in there to try to make you think, hey, well, let's desaturate it, get rid of the color bleeding, okay, and let's invert it. Well, now you see what these looks like, these weird pots. Like there's a frame of something or something laying around. Look at this. This comes down. There's something right there completely digitized out. And you can see that from all the rest of it. Let Let me see something here. There's actually something laying back here. I don't know what that is, but see how it looks like a thick piece of crust of steel or something right there? Let me see what that looks like without inverting it. Yeah, see, it's still there. It's right there. There's the bottom half of it. It's all kind of like wiggle lines and everything, but nevertheless, it's still there. But you can just see these weird lines and shapes and stuff like that. Nice round pieces here, and look at the way this kind of goes across. It just has these. It looks like a frame of something. I don't know what it is, but whatever it is, it's pretty long. And like I said, it's these here that's actually anomalies. These black lines. You wouldn't know that from this. Okay, but you can clearly see this, not just a blur, but it's look at the digitalized out. It's just right here, just a bunch of crap. And these are the things they're trying to take out, these things that really stand out. And like I said, this picture's loaded with this stuff. I mean, it's, yeah, it's crazy. Who knows, maybe I'll do another video on this one, this area alone, because there's plenty to see. But there's something else right there. See how like it's kind of long and cylindrical? And of course, you can just see this bunch of crap they just keep throwing all in this picture to try to hide what it is. But anyway, you can get this idea. I mean, I don't know what this stuff is, guys. I couldn't tell you right there. But see, it looks like there's something round right there in the background. And there's a smaller circle right there. And you can just see it's all whited out. And man, they just went to town on this picture. Let me back out a little bit. There it is as a whole. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to back out even more so you guys can really look at this thing if you want to use your... let me just do a little more. Let me just do this. All right, let's do this right here. If you guys want to zoom into any part of this, you can do that. In fact, I'm going to go like this here, or use your magnification tool, rather. Okay, well, I forgot I got to go way back here. Let's just do it this way. Okay. All right. Now that's 50%, I mean 100%, so that should be more than adequate. There, this stuff is just popped out now. That should be pretty good. You can stop it anywhere in this picture. You can keep it running. Doesn't really matter. Colorized. And here's that little pot there that doesn't look like much of anything until you really kind of change it up a bit, and you can see these little things hiding. And again, this piece here. And you can just see this thing. Man, they went to town on this picture. That's probably why you can't. It's really hard to pick out what this stuff is, but nonetheless, it's there. And like I said, I thought it was like logs. To be honest with you, that's exactly what I thought it was. But then you check it out, it looks like a frame of something that's been here, and this weird dome kind of thing laying here. I couldn't tell you what this stuff is, guys, but it appears to be more parts just kind of strewn around. This area is not as big as you think it is. This is not. This is pretty close to the rover, so they've said, well, we can't have that just sticking out in the dirt. Because basically from here to here it makes it look like, oh, this is a big lake right here. It's not. It's a bunch of pots laying around. So yeah, but heck, we can even colorize this one a little bit and just throw any color into it, and you guys can, it might help to see what it is. Let's just do the blue here, jump right in, we can get a better look at it. Let's go 200%, maybe that's a little too much right there, but to me it looks like there's something, actually a frame of something, or some kind of weird thing going on. Look at this, some kind of weird dome thing they picked, really digitalized out. There's some kind of just goofy stuff up in here, just shapes, and it looks like pots or frames of something, or I don't know. I really don't. It's something laying either buried in this ground, as gravel. Well, it's not really gravel, but just basically in the terrain. It might be just about buried and just stuff sticking out, kind of like this one here is. So yeah. But the other thing I want to show you guys was up here. And this here, I seen these things like in piles together, so to speak. Where is it at? Right here. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, and it looks like some kind of weird. See how like just right here, it looks like there's some kind of weird windows kind of thing going on here, or some kind of foundation or something. And let me do this. See how like it's just like the separations here. Like this stuff was once something, but because they really butchered this picture, you can't see it. This is what I was really concerned about right here. Not concerned, but it kind of popped out. See how like this nice smooth radius or something. It looks like a front window of something, or wraparound window of something. Now, unfortunately, you can't really tell what it is, and you know, there's not much you can do about that. But see how like it just kind of pops out, and there's like separations from. It might be like separate pieces of glass or openings or something. And just the way this looks right here, there's 1, 2, and then there's like separations here, lines. this was obviously blurred out and taken out for a reason. And there's other things too, like laying right here. Like this was like, it looked like some kind of weird, goofy road type thing or something. It was, and these things are just like laying there. But what's weird is they all look like, if you look carefully, there's like little features in these things, and yeah, it's strange. But I mean, I didn't really do a whole lot on this. I just kind of did it real quick, and then I jumped onto the other piece just to see, because this stood out first to me, and I wanted to see what it was. And I didn't really do a really good job of it. I just kind of looked at it and said, well, let me back up so you guys can eyeball this too. But right there looks like this weird wraparound window kind of thing, and this has some kind of weird structure where they actually took, and this is all manipulated. I showed you right down here what this looks like and what it actually turned out to be. So you get the idea. This is, yeah, there's a bunch of stuff hidden in this picture, and that's all there is to that. But yeah, guys, you know, like I said, you know, this is just my take on this. This is just pots that have been thrown around, and or just still left over, just hiding right there. I mean, it's as clear as can be. And to me, that's pretty wild. There's clearly stuff still on this surface of Mars, and clearly you can see they're just really going out of the way to manipulate this stuff. It's really insane. But I figured I'd do a quick video on that, and like I said, you know, good for Will questioning this thing, because, you know, sometimes it does look like something, and even, like I said, I thought of the same thing, guys, I'll be honest with you. I mean, but I believe these are pots just laying there, and you can still see that right there. It still looks like it's, you know, what I showed you earlier. And now you can see that's like the outline of this, whatever this is, this kind of weird structured frame thing, or whatever this is. It's clearly not a spaceship. And like I said, look at, boom. See how it just suddenly pops out, and you can see it's independent from the rest of whatever that garbage was that they thrown in. And we'll blur it up, sharpen, and then colorize. There you go. But anyway, guys, hey, thanks for watching the video. I appreciate it. If you guys are viewing, and you know, just subscribe. I've got some more cool things coming up. Won't be after the holidays, unless something really cool comes out. But other than that, we're going to take our break off as well for the holiday. But anyway, guys, just leave a comment down below and let me know what you guys think. And as always, I'll have the link for this picture. It should be right here. And there it is. This was from Sol 450. I'm sorry, 467. And so this was recent. I mean, I think we're only up to like 591 or something like that. So it's not like it's a long time ago. But you guys will get the link as always, and there it is, right there. There's the anomaly, and that other stuff that was in here too. But anyway, hey guys, thanks for watching. I do appreciate it. Said before, I do this stuff for you